Hello everyone, Gamer Ghost Dad here, and excited to have you join me as we go through our December game pickups. So, end of the year, a lot of great pickups. Not as many as October and the prior months, but still some steady sales coming from GameStop and some other providers, some eBay pickups. So let's jump right in. And to start off, I have Sniper Elite 4. This continues the series of the Sniper Elite. Xbox One main header, Xbox One on the spine. You could tell it's an older game from kind of this gray summary of the players and features. But single player, Xbox Live only, multiplayer. Take a look at the disc. We see the Xbox One header. Pretty popular series of sniping. Our friends from OG Alright Games have another licensed title. Ice Age Scrat's Nutty Adventures. Interesting always to see the green header at the bottom for Xbox One, but we also have our top header of Xbox One, side header of Xbox One, single player. All of these licensed OG games seem to be single player. Xbox One on the header. As I mentioned in my November video, I am starting to collect these Steel series. It's a secondary goal, so as I see them for a good price, I'm going to pick them up and get them. But here's one that I thought was kind of unique. FIFA 16, pretty old Xbox series. It did come with the game disc, but doesn't have the slipcover. But that'll go into the Steelbook collection with the other ones. Speaking of Steelbook Steel series, a game that I also have a number of other editions for, but didn't have this one. This is the Super Deluxe Bordersland 3 version of the game. It is a Steel series. It has the nice slipcover, which is just beautiful, an amazing shape. Looking at some of the features though, we have Xbox One on the spine that continues on, Xbox One X Enhanced, single player and co-op, as well as online co-op if you want to play online. But I just love the kind of hologram series. The roses look great. We have the materials with all the extra codes on it. It comes with the base disc, meaning that the special edition doesn't have a different print of disc than anything else. So great thing to have your collection. I actually picked up 2 versions of this during this month, and I'll just show. The other one was kind of dented out, tore up on the spine a little bit, didn't have the game, had some scratches on the back, so I'll probably retire this one out, resell it if I can, but I did get a really good copy of it. Next up we have Port Royale 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One. Again, interesting to see as we start to shift which one's first. Xbox only on the header, Xbox on the side. This is sealed, so we'll have to open it up at another time. Maybe we'll have a unsealing episode where we take all my wonderfully sealed games and all the collectors can yell at me. But again, the point of my collection is really game collecting archaeology, knowing what all the games came with, getting pictures of the game discs, and getting a long-lasting contribution to the community. But this is a single-player game. Looks really interesting. Looks like kind of a port simulation from the 1800s. This is the extended edition, so we'll take a look at that when we undo everything else. ATV and Drift Tricks Definitive Edition includes motorbikes. Some of these titles are just funny. It includes motorbikes, but Xbox One on the spine. This is single player and multiplayer, up to 2 players locally, and then of course online. Looking at the game disc, we have the Xbox One header. Nothing that came with the release that I got. Okay, next up I have Kazi in the Wild Winds. Again, this is just to show the differences in these titles. So here we have Xbox, difference there. This is kind of shiny blue, this is white. This has Xbox One first, this has Xbox Series X. And on the spines, you can see we still have Xbox One and we have Xbox here. So just really interesting set of different things going on with these new releases. But this is looks like a kind of a platformer game, 2D platformer, single player. Don't know a lot about it, but Xbox One Series X. Next up, I have a limited run games release, Xbox One Disney's Gargoyle. For Xbox One, we have the full height cover here, Xbox on the spine. This is limited run Xbox release 12. I'm not sure how they got up to 12 all of a sudden. There are a number of Xbox One, Series X only releases, but single player, still sealed, kind of a remastering of the old 16-bit games. Looks really cool. So excited to try that out. Another sealed game I picked up during this time is Mado Anomalies, or Mado. Someone will have to correct me on the comments on how to say that. But Xbox Series, Xbox One, Xbox on the spine, full cover, single player only. Looks kind of like a history discovery, find your own adventure style of game. You are seeing a lot more probably in my collecting videos of these Series X, Xbox One combination games. Again, the sales for those Xbox Series X games were just great from GameStop online. But here's an interesting one, Outriders World Slayer. It does include the original game, requires internet, Xbox on the spine, Xbox Series X, Xbox One on the top, full cover. Online co-op, single player, or online co-player. So this is online only. So we'll have to give this a try and see what happens if we try to play this on a local, non-internet connected console. Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy's Telltale series, so season pass edition. So this would be all episodes. Typically these Telltale series are released online, and they come out with different episodes or different seasons. So this is the Guardians of the Galaxy's version, kind of pick your own adventure, Dragon's Lair style, if you can think of that kind of genre. Older release has just single player, should have all the episodes on it. Good thing to have the collection. Warriors Orochi 4. Just another one of those massive amounts of enemies come at you, and you need to pound through them and save the realm kind of game. I'm into it. I really like these. So we have our Xbox One header, Xbox One on the side. It is local multiplayer co-op, so you and a friend can play through this game as well as online. Xbox One X Enhanced. Take a look at the game disc. We have our Xbox One. So fun games to play with a friend. Next we have a dual game, Steven Universe, Save the Light, and OKKO Let Play Hero. So Xbox on the header, Xbox One on the side, single player only, released by Cartoon Network Games. If we take a look at the game disc here, has both games, Xbox One header. So interesting release. I had one game that came that did not have the cover, and that is World Tennis 2. In fact, the cover, when you look at it, it's clearly a NBA game of some kind. So I'm going to have to track down the cover or rebuy the game with the cover, which is always kind of annoying. And that's one thing I don't like about GameStop is there's no guarantee that you're going to get a cover. They could probably even make a little money with a little 50-cent charge to guarantee that you do or something. But some of the sites, they're very explicit about letting you know if it does come with the cover art and the original kind of Xbox style case. But this is Tennis World Tour 2, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Xbox. We do have the first game too. Next up, Tiger Woods 2K23, or I'm sorry, PGA Tour 2K23. They stopped using his name in the title. But this is a full Xbox One release, has the seal of authenticity for the PGA endorsement, Xbox One on the spine, single player or up to 4-player multiplayer, cross-gen play, 4K Ultra. So yeah, just got to get those yearly releases in. PGA Tour doesn't hit all the years all the time, so it is a good one to get. They're usually beautiful, beautiful games. I don't know a lot about this particular series, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Marsupilami Hoop Adventure. So it is not an OG game, maybe because it's not really a license that many people know about. But Xbox One on the header, Xbox One on the spine, single player, looks to be a platform adventure. So to the collection it goes. And my last game is Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. Beautiful game. Highly recommend everyone give this one a go. Xbox One on the spine. Kind of the older style release, Xbox One. Now, I do have a story on this game. I picked it up for GameStop originally, and I noticed that it did not have the soundtrack on it. And I specifically picked up the Definitive Edition, and I was expecting at least to get all the media that came with it. So I returned it to GameStop, went online, and got something that I knew I could see. Again, with GameStop, you're not sure what you're getting if you're getting the inserts, the materials. But this, when you're picking it up, do make sure that you have the soundtrack and get the original version of the game too. So, well, that's it for the month of December. Appreciate everyone spending some time with me. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. And thank you for spending this time with me, and you take care and have an awesome day.